Hey guys, welcome back to another Forza Horizon 4 video. Today what we're doing is going over how you guys can make the most amount of money in this game. Now I know it's one of the most asked questions about how you can make money in Forza Horizon 4 and even previous Forza games. I made quite a bit of videos on this, but we're going to dive directly into it, not waste any time. Now in this video it might be a little bit difficult, so I'll try and explain as best as possible, but it has to do with the auction house. Now as you can see at the top right hand corner of the screen, I have 3.4 million credits. I actually just had almost 5 million credits, but I did buy a car for 1.2 million credits, which brought me way down. But it's been pretty easy. Game's been out for roughly a week, but again, like I said, it has to do with the auction house. Basically what we're doing is we're buying these cars at an undervalued price and selling them for what they're actually going for on the auction house. Now the reason we can get them at an undervalued price is because some people just throw them up just to sell them, and for whatever reason they put it to the very minimum buyout price, and that's very important. So for me, because I have multi-millions, we are able to do multi-million-dollar cars. For you, let's say you only have a couple 100,000, you can do it with lower end cars. Obviously the profit on your cars will be a little bit less than what my profit would be. So I'll go to a car that I actually just ended up buying, which is the Bugatti Veyron. I bought one for 1.2 million credits, and once we actually go to the auction house, you'll notice with the buyout prices, they all range between like 2.4 and 2 million credits right now. And this is actually pretty odd. There's quite a bit of them for 2 million, as you can see here, and so on. Like there's a couple at the bottom as well that are for 2 million. So normally there's not as many as that. There's maybe one or two, or sometimes even none of them. But the idea here is to kind of search for the Bugatti Veyron at a price of 1.2 million as a buyout price. So as soon as you see that, you want to buy it out, because that's the cheapest you're going to get it, unless you want to waste your time, you know, bidding on this one, which is 1.1 million, or even this one. But then you have to wait that 27 minutes, and to be honest, I'm not into waiting around for these cars just to know if I may potentially win it. As soon as it comes out for 1.2 million and I buy it out, I know I won that car right then and there, and I know I can put it up for 2 million credits and it'll get bought out instantly. So the reason actually that I didn't put up my Bugatti Veyron that I just bought for 1.2 million is because there's a lot of them on the market for 2 million credits. So what I want to do, I want to wait until there's a lot less that are up for that price, and then throw mine up, because it'll get instantly bought out and I will make a profit of 800 grand on that car. If I throw it up right now, just because there's so many at that price, it may sell for like actual bids, which might be like 1.3, 1.6, whatever it is. So that's why I'm waiting. But anyway, what you basically want to do, you can keep searching for that. Now that's not the only car. We'll go over the other cars as well, but I'll quickly kind of jump into it and try and find one. Now they don't pop up all the time. Literally yesterday I tried to do this video and I was looking for like half an hour and not a single one popped up, and then 15 minutes later, after I was recording for whatever reason, one actually ended up popping up, and I was too late. I actually got to it a little bit too late. Someone else bought it out. But the other car that you want to do, and there's a couple more as well, but the Centenario, I've been having very good success with that one. It's basically the same as the Bugatti. The buyouts are very similar. Actually, there you go. 1.2 million right there. That's incredible. That's perfect timing, man. So we just bought that out right away. As you can see, all the other ones are like 2.6, 2 million, 2.5, 2.6. So this is actually a good time because there's not really many cars up for 2 million credits. I'm going to throw that car that I just bought for 1.2. I'm going to throw that up for 2 million credits. That's amazing timing. That's really good. I'm going to throw it up for 2 million and watch how fast it gets bought out. Within 10 minutes, it'll get bought out, and I will have made 800 grand on that car, which is really good. Now the auction house does take a little bit of a percentage of it, so we won't get the full 800 grand. It'll probably be closer to 600 grand, but still 600 grand in 10 minutes of doing that, that's pretty good. So let's go ahead. Now I'm not even going to do anything to the car because it's a really like it's just a really good price. Now what you do want to do, I don't want to put it up for a 230,000 starting price. I want to put it as close to the $2 million mark as possible. That way people are not wasting their time bidding. Now here's another thing is don't put it all the way to the max buyout. Don't be greedy, because people will start bidding and you will lose money. I've tried it before, it doesn't work. Also only put it up for 1 hour, but 2 million and 1.1 works very, very well for this one. So I'll throw that up. Normally I would have thrown my Bugatti up as well, but like I said, there's just way too many on the market. Now jumping back into that, if you notice, there was only one other one that was 2 million as a buyout price, so that's why I'm comfortable throwing that Centenario up right now. But we'll see how long that takes. It shouldn't take long. It should take within like 10 minutes it'll be sold, and we'll make that money. We'll check again. So we got 2 on the market right now. This one's been up for 6 minutes. That'll probably be bought out within the next like 4 or 5 minutes, unless mine gets bought out. But sometimes they are at the bottom of the list. Sometimes people throw them up for 24 hours. So make sure to check the entire list. Now, like I said, there's a lot more cars that you can do. So we'll go kind of through all the different cars right now. You have the, and I'm talking multi-million dollar cars. Like when I started, because a week ago, really you start with no money. I was doing the Lamborghini Huracan when it was like brand new. It was fresh. I was making like 80 grand per car that I was buying and selling. I was doing like, I think I was buying them for 200 grand, selling them for 300 grand or something like that. Some sort of numbers like that. But I was doing it with a lower end car, so you can still do it like that. But anyway, the Bugatti Veyron, the Bugatti Chiron, those are 2 cars you can do it with. The Ferrari LaFerrari, the FXXK. We'll go on to the Koenigsegg 1-to-1. That's a little bit different pricing. That's a like buyout of 1.5 million and 3 million. The Lamborghini Centenario, you have the Sesto Elemento, and you have the Veneno. All 3 of those ones work. You have a couple McLarens like the P1 and the Senna. Now the Senna is a little bit cheaper because you can buy it brand new for $1 million. So if you can find it for probably close to like 500 grand, 400 grand on the auction house, then that's what you want to buy it at, and then put it up for like 700 or 800. The P1 is worth like 1.3 million in the auto show, so you can probably buy them for 700 grand, throw them up for $1 million, they'll get bought out. What other cars? You got some Paganis that you can throw up. Now these are a little bit cheaper cars, you'll only make a couple $100,000 profit. And then the Porsche 918 Spider. So I found one at 500,000 yesterday, but let's go take a look at how much they're actually worth. So all these are worth like 900 grand, 800,000. Let's see if we can find one. This one's 700 grand, which is still decent, but I would not buy that out, just because I know you can get them for cheaper than 700 grand. So yeah, they're basically all up there. So if you can get it for 400 or 500 grand and then throw it up for 700 grand, it'll sell. That one's only been up for 2 minutes. So let's go take a look at the Centenarios again. Maybe we can get lucky and buy another one. That'd be really cool if we could. But I've done this a couple times now. A couple times you will actually get a bid fail or a buyout fail, which means someone got to you or got to it before you did. But both of these ones are still actually up for, actually no, so this is a brand new one. If you noticed before, the other one was up for 54 minutes and it was right in front of mine, so that was already bought out. So mine's probably next to get bought out, but we'll see. Probably within, like I said, next like couple minutes that will be bought out and we'll make 800 grand. But in the meantime, like, I don't really sit here and do this. I go keep looking. I just look whenever I'm available to. Like if I go to the house or the Horizon Festival and I'm in the main menu, then I'll just quickly look rather than just going back to back. But if you have the time, if you have like an hour or half an hour and you just want to solely play the auction house and just do this, then you can make a killing. You can make really good money, especially because there's such a variety of cars. Now, what you also want to do is later on in the future, as this game progresses, you want to keep an eye to very exclusive cars. So an exclusive car I'll show you right now, and I have 2 of them, but I'm not at that stage where I can sell it for a lot. It's the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, the brand new one, 2019, because it's like the first variable prize in the Forzathon. So when you go look for it, this guy already has it up for 20 million. The highest bid is 1.4 million, and this is not a multi-million-dollar car, but it's just because it's so exclusive that people are bidding on it. I saw one up last night. It actually sold for like 3 or 4 million, which is crazy. But that's always there. Just pay attention to that. That happened a lot in Forza Horizon 3, where exclusive cars became available and people didn't jump on the opportunity to get them, and you're actually losing a lot of money by not doing that. So if you want to save time from filtering through all the different car prices, you can put the max buyout all the way to 2 million on these cars, and then every single one under 2 million will pop up, so you filter through less, so you might have a little bit quicker of a time to get to that $1.2 million one. But basically, we're just waiting for our Centenario to sell right now. We'll just keep on looking for those good deals, but do it over and over. Even if you do it 2 times a day, that's like almost, I would say, 1.2 million in profit per day, which is really good. There's another one right here. Let's buy it out. Buyout successful. So we just got another one. This is actually way more common than it's been all week, to be honest. Like, this is super lucky. I have a couple other clips that literally I was just randomly on, not recording, and they just randomly pop up. So I got like the finalized clips of it, which I might show at the end. Here's another $2 million one, way at the bottom, but I'm not too worried about that one. So we got another Centenario for 1.2. Let's see. I don't know if we collected that one. Let's see if we can sell this one at the exact same time as the other one. I'll throw it up, even though there's 3 on the market already. I'm not really too concerned about that, but I'm very surprised this one's still up, to be honest. It's been 7 minutes, so I guess we have another 3 minutes. It normally sells really quickly. But let's go ahead. What we're going to do, we're going to start another auction. And if you want to put like a cool design just to kind of grab people's attention towards this one, towards your cars a little bit quicker, then do it. But honestly, I don't want to waste my time on doing that. So we'll put this all the way up to 1.1 and 2 million. We'll leave an hour there. Like that guy that put his up for 24 hours, you're literally like just hurting your sales, especially if other ones are up for 200 grand already. Because the first ones that they see are ours at the top of the list, so there's no point on scrolling all the way down to the bottom if you're only looking for a $200,000 one. So some people buy the $200,000 ones, which I'm not too sure why. They're probably not playing the auction house. They're probably just looking at buying these cars for cheap. So this guy threw his up for 2 million. So they're actually on the auction house quite a bit now. The market's kind of gone down, so it might take a little bit longer now, especially because I have 2 up myself. So we'll just kind of fast forward until they're both sold. It might actually even take more than 10 minutes, but either way, we'll go until then. And yeah, we'll talk in a second. Okay, so it's been a minute since I've actually put all my cars up for sale, but as you can see, I have 3 cars that have sold in the bottom left hand side of the screen. Basically, I threw up my Bugatti Veyron for 2 million as well. I noticed a lot of the Veyrons that were up for 2 million, they were bought out, so there's a lot less on the market, so it was perfect time to throw mine up. But what I'm gonna do, look at my price or my bankroll at the very top right. It's 968,000. So compare that to what I had before I bought both these Centenarios, but I'll collect the credits off of both the Centenarios first. That way you can see the profit. I think I had like 3.4 million before, so the difference should be roughly a million, if not more, but we'll find that out in just 1 second. And then I'll add the Bugatti Veyron, which I did the exact same thing, bought it for 1.2, same price, and as you can see, I sold it for 2 million. So we should be over 6 million here, but let's take a look and see how much we profited off the Centenarios. I think it'll be roughly a million. That's normally what it turns out to be. So let's take a look at how much money we have. We have 4.4 million. So compare that to the 3.4 million that we just had. So we profited a million on that, and that was in roughly an hour, let's say. Like, it literally took 25 minutes for both of them to sell, but The whole process is probably like an hour of searching and everything like that. And then we have our Bugatti Veyron, of course, at the bottom, which gives us an additional 2 million, and that'll probably bump us up to like 6.2 million credits, which is really good. It's a lot of money, especially at the very beginning of this game. Gives us one step closer to like buying a $15 million castle or whatever. But that is single-handedly the best way to make money, whether you can do it with multi-million-dollar cars or you can do it with just a couple $100,000 cars. Do what you can with what you have and work your way up. But anyway, guys, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and until next time, I'm out. I will see you on the next one.